What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of 5-Minute Mixing Tips. Today I'm going to show you how to get that walkie-talkie effect on your vocals. It's a real cool effect. You hear it on songs all over the place, sometimes in the hype, sometimes the ad-libs, sometimes it's just there for a special effect in the intro or outro. As usual, I'll be using FL Studio, but the tips I'm going to show you here are applicable to pretty much any DAW that's out there. First thing you're going to need to do is load up your song and get yourself a vocal track that you want to work on. I've got one loaded up right here, and I'm going to play you our vocal track by itself with no effects.
I know it's hard to be who you are, cause the friends that you got ain't in that mood. Girl, I know we got a problem, understand that my heart's still here, wanna be with.
Alright, so the first thing that you want to do is to use an equalizer to pull a whole bunch of the frequencies out of your vocal. Walkie-talkies really isolate the mids of any signal that goes through them, sometimes some of the high mids. So we're going to go ahead and take everything below maybe 1 kilohertz out. And the same thing on the top. We're going to take everything above 2. That's going to make it sound really, really thin. Check this out.
I know it's hard to be who you are, cause the friends that you got ain't in that mood. Girl, I know we got a problem, understand.
Sounds very far away, but it's nice and thin. So the next thing we need to do is to overdrive that vocal or to add some saturation. I'm going to show you 2 different plugins that can do this. They're both free. The first is Fruity Blood Overdrive. This comes as a stock plugin with FL Studio. And you can play around with the different settings here until you get something that you like. This is what I've come up with.
I know it's hard to be who you are, cause the friends that you got ain't in that mood. Girl, I know we got a problem, understand that my heart's still here, wanna be with you. Girl, you better notice it.
That's a little bit harsh, but when we bring it into the mix, that's not really going to be a bad thing. If we need to give it some space, you could put a little bit of a reverb on there.
I know it's hard to be who you are, cause the friends that you got ain't in that mood. Girl, I know we got a problem, understand that my heart's.
Now the other option, if you don't want to use Blood Overdrive, or if you have a different DAW, then there's a free plugin called Saturation Knob by Softtube. And this here, we just bump the saturation all the way up. That's going to give us a very similar effect.
Cause the friends that you got ain't in that mood. Girl, I know we got a problem, understand that my heart's still here, wanna be with you. Girl, you better notice it.
And then if you want to put that into a mix for effect, which we're going to do right now, we'll play back the track, and I'm going to pan it off to the right a little bit so it's not conflicting with the main vocal. And check this out, we'll see how it sounds.
I know it's hard to be who you are, cause the friends that you got ain't in that mood. Understand that my heart's still here, wanna be with you. Girl, you better notice it. I ain't like those guys that you used.
Sounds interesting. Sounds pretty cool. Again, you can apply that effect to really any vocal in almost any situation, and it's going to give you a real cool effect. That concludes our episode of 5-Minute Mixing Tips for today. I hope this was helpful to somebody out there. Feel free to leave a message in the comments or click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if there's anything particular you'd like me to do a video about in the future, please let me know.